Okay, Elson, all you folk out there. So this is day 12 of the Wounded Warrior Project's 1776 push-ups challenge. It's late in the day, so I apologize for that. And I got about 222 left, so I think I'm just going to knock those out right here in this and be done with this. So completed my commitment and obligation. Haven't shaved or anything, in a day or so. I feel like a scrub buster or some ragamuffin. But my advice or my counsel for today is, lately I've been accepting some people as friends on a Facebook account that I had intended nothing for anybody but my family and friends that I actually physically know. And I've opened up to a few other people and let people in. And you just don't know who you're letting in. You got to do this cautiously because you don't know who these people are. Maybe charlatans, trying to scam you, or phishing, or whatever all these things are that were invented while I was away. I just ain't got time for this kind of bullshit. I certainly kind of got to be fishing on or making those kind of moves and mistakes with that. That would be a crucial error. So if you're one of those people and you're watching, I urge you to reconsider. Other than that, I've deleted a whole bunch of people. Spent the afternoon doing that. So if you're on my Facebook account still, well then you didn't get deleted. At any rate, I'm going to knock these out. And my advice is be cautious and be skeptical. Trust your gut instinct. Your first instinct is usually the right one. All right. All right, well, that's 80 to start with. 80 straight. Last year, this time I was doing sets of 100, so, I got to quit being lazy. But, I've learned a lot of lessons since I've been out. This past 13 months, you come out here, eyes wide open after all that time, just ready to embrace life in the free world again. And people just they take advantage of that, or they try to. And things get real tricky for them real quick when you say, well, hey, let's go throw some gloves on her, let's go roll around on a mat somewhere. What do you got to lose? But, the longer I'm out, the more difficult it proves to be. I'll make no mistake about it. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it for my family, for my friends, for those who place their faith in me. Most importantly, I'm in it for me and for my God Odin. I gave too much of my life, forfeited too much of my liberty to the Department of Corrections through bad choices that I made, that I'm accountable for, and I paid the price for those. And I got a clean slate, even if it doesn't seem real popular as far as trying to find work or who you can trust in socializations and associations. And so I pretty much remained to myself and a couple of neighbors and a couple of guys I ride with, and that's about it. I'm not a big fan of hanging my ass out there for just any old, swinging dick to fucking come by and fucking become a summertime friend. Some of the time he's right, some of the time he's not, that kind of thing. I just don't have time for it. Havemal tells us hotter than fire for the first 5 days burns bad friendship, but on the 6th day it all turns bad. Everything's revealed. and it's the truth. So, it's metaphorical, of course, like a lot of the things I talk about. But so I just wanted you to know, share some of my vulnerabilities with you because I'm trying to be transparent, and I'm just not the kind of guy to sit there and take it on the chin like that, So I'd swing back. So I just have to remind myself, if I don't like what I'm involved with, remove myself from the process. So I just deleted a whole bunch of stuff today, a whole bunch of people. That's what works for me right now. So. That's another 40, so that's 120, 120. Stay hydrated. Always stay hydrated. After this is completed, as I said, I plan to continue doing these messages and spending time with you, and continuing to share my experience in hopes of reaching the right people and making a difference. And I will continue to do that. I don't know if it'll be every day, but it'll be a couple of times a week, at least 2 times a week. And my buddy Jason he put an algorithm together of all the topics that most of the comments are interested in. So other than the glorifying war stories crap, I will address those things, and that's what I'll start with when I come back in a day or two, and hopefully I can provide somebody some kind of direction or peace of mind, so that they can pursue the direction that they think is best for them in fulfilling living a good life. So there's that. Some of these are inclined. Too much stuff on the hearth. It's another 20, so that's 140. Probably better to do declines. More space for my feet up there than there is my arms in width. So I'm just plugging along out here, trying to make sense of everything. Something people ask me quite frequently is, since I've been home, do I find that people have changed more than how they used to be? People are people. In our time, or a millennia ago, people misconstrue human nature or the human condition. I mean, it has been what it has been since time immemorial. Only the epoch of time changes. The culture of the day and society in which we live. But people are generally the same through all the spans of different ages, and that goes for decades as well. 3 decades, 4 decades. People are generally the same as they've always been. There's good people, there's bad people. There's people who know your history and they embrace you fully. If some are skeptical, albeit that's understandable. I was not a good actor in some people's eyes with the things that I did. So I have to earn their trust. I have to earn their confidence and prove to them that I really am, walking the way I'm talking. So I understand that. Other people just completely embrace me and accept me. Others just they don't want nothing to do with somebody who's been where I've been or done what I've done, and that's understandable too. I'm not going to beg anybody to be my friend. When I walk into a room, I don't look at who might be looking at me to see if they want something to do with me. I look at who I might want to have anything to do with or not have anything to do with. Whatever room I'm in, go and find myself a little corner and just mind my own business. So whatever my business is there, whether it's a family function or whatever, is over, and I leave. But so, people are basically the same, and the times. 30 years didn't change really anything out here. I mean, other than technology. Technology is the biggest change. Anybody who came out here, or anybody who's even out here, who's never been incarcerated, of my era, had to learn how to use a computer and cell phone as they became everyday tech. So, I know people out here that have, been on the ground floor of having Motorola flip phones when they came out, and everything ever since, and they still have trouble with things because they didn't grow up in that generation. You got whole generations out here now, of even young adults that at that age, that they knew nothing but computers, laptops, cell phones, and so it's all second nature to them, and it's hard to quantify that in any kind of device for my generation, except for maybe the TV, the modernization of the color TV, or the hi-fi stereo system. I mean, that's really about it. The 8-track, the cassette players. I mean, making things portable to take with you. The Kodak camera, the Polaroid camera that was instant. Things like that. That's nothing compared to this kind of technology. And so, coming out here and having to deal with this, having to learn this stuff, it is so frustrating. It is so entirely frustrating for me. I like to say that when it works, it's wonderful. When it doesn't, I just want to throw it up against the wall, and figuratively speaking. And I can't seem to find anybody who I feel comfortable with and trust that could show me how to, make use of these items, these devices, any shortcuts, hacks, anything. I'm a firm believer there's really no such thing as a shortcut. Anybody who thinks there's shortcuts just comes back to bite them in the ass. But still, there's classes, I guess, that, like adult school and stuff, but I don't want to be in a room with 40 to 60 people who I don't know, or, I'm weird like that still. I don't like crowds. I don't like Walmarts or Costco's or things like that. And, my wife, bless her soul, she's tried to sit down and help me, but, she sees things in her mind like I should see it, I don't know, those of you that know me a little longer, know my history, or those of you know me a long, lifetime, I'm dyslexic. That never goes away, so I have to unravel things in my head on the fly in real time and put them back together the way that makes sense to me. So I'm dyslexic. I've always had ADD, ADHD, and all these learning maladies. So I have to still my mind long enough to make sense of what I'm looking at, and I get bored real easy. So if it doesn't capture my attention, I have a tendency of just leaving it where it's at and move on to something else, and then I'll come revisit that later some other time. I really need to figure out how to make this stuff work the best for me. I mean, hell, this is a mystery. Just before I started doing this push-up challenge, trying to upload things. I mean, it makes me feel so stupid for somebody of my intellectual capacity that I can't seem to master this stuff in a year's time is it's humiliating to me. It's rough. Another set. Okay, that's 200. I have 22 left, which is sort of fitting, considering this is for the Wounded Warrior Project, and 22 is cited number of vets who commit suicide every day. So I started off doing my first sets and then doing 22 for those vets in memory of them and in honor of those who think about it every day but find a way not to do that. You know, you can call the crisis line. You know, it's right there on all the VA sites, you know, and the information. You know, pick up that phone, use your email, whatever it takes. But please, please don't take your life. You know, you're leaving a whole lot of people and pain and just disbelief in your wake. I know there's pain in your head and your heart and your soul, but there's a way out of it. Trust me, believe me, there is. You just have to take the first step and reach out. And somebody will direct you to where you need to be to get that help. So this last 22 that I'm going to do is going to be for those 22 daily that commit suicide. And remember this, folks, you don't have to like the government. You don't have to like anything that's going on with your representatives. But damn it, you love these boys and girls that put that uniform on and go fight for your freedoms. You do that. And more importantly now than ever, after what happened with, you know, former President Trump yesterday, and we are so divided. What happened to reasonable individuals that can disagree and just agree to disagree without resorting to physical violence? I mean, what's the message we're sending to our kids? If you don't like the way this goes, go get a gun or a knife and go use it on your friend or the person that's not your friend for the hour that you do this, only to wake up and realize, oh man, what have I done to my friend? We're not sending good messages here, folks. Let's be responsible. You know, eschew this kind of behavior of divisiveness. You know, you can have your own way of thinking, they can have their own way of thinking, but let's do it in a civil matter, you know? So I'm going to do this last 22 right here, and I'm going to close this up and load it up for the day. And I'll see you back here on the other side, having completed this, and we'll go forth from a different standpoint. Okay, that's the 22, and here's 9 for Odin. All right, folks. It's been my honor to try to earn some money for the Wounded Warrior Project. And I hope people will still donate if they haven't. And I appreciate donations that come to me. Make no mistake about it, I'm much obliged to you. And you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the other side when I come back with my regular content. Till then, Dr. Casper Odison Kroll, and be healthy, be well, be free, here, and here.